We've got a little black Datsun 1200 ute here. Pretty nice little tidy example of a tastefully modified. So it's nothing really over the top, just like a few nice little mods. Give it a little bit extra power and sort of give it a little bit more of a street appeal, you might say. That's probably what I'd say. That's how I'd describe it. So just a simple classic Datsun.
Simple classic Datsun.
Yeah, it's been tastefully modified. This is a good customer of ours. We picked it up on the weekend, so we hopped in the big Silverado and headed down to Wollongong to have a look at it. And obviously when we're going that far, we're not coming home without it. So loaded it up on the trailer and brought it back. But it's a 388 iron block LS 871 methanol, mechanical injected, big ugly top hat. Just a little bit of power, capable of a lot more. So we haven't had it on a dyno yet, but makes 980 on 6 PSI, which is well within the realms of what this would be capable of. So that's not an outlandish number at all. So we're gonna get it on a dyno fairly soon, and we may either turn it up or down, not sure yet, probably up. I reckon we might swap the pulleys around and put a little bit extra boost in it. Turbo 400 gearbox, and then the big 9-inch rear end. It's all dry sumped, so it's got the dry sump tank in the back, and because of the mechanical injection, it's got mechanical fuel pump, and then obviously as well as the dry sump up the front. So there's still a bit going on, even though it's just a big dirty V8. There's still a fair few bits and pieces going on around the place, so it's not as, I mean, it's simple, but there's a lot of simple things which makes it not so simple anymore, but still more simple than EFI would be. Did a few things on it just quickly during the week. So you got the teardrop exhaust back here. It had some mild steel grossness going on that was pretty much just dumped right after the headers. So Daniel got that knocked out, so it's a true twin system. It doesn't have a balance pipe in it. Not sure, I kind of think I maybe want to put a balance pipe in it because it gets a bit of a thong slap on limiter, but we might put a cross pipe in it, we also might not too sure yet. So it's got the exhaust in it. So that's just 3-inch stainless. The front end sort of suspension geometry was a bit on the piss, had like 3 different angles going on in the front end. The coilovers were coming down on one angle, the tyres were going in on another, and it was all just wrong. Daniel and Juddy knocked out some extended lower control arms, took the camber out to put the camber back in, if that makes sense, which it wouldn't, but basically the coilovers were cambered so far that the top nut was binding when you were steering, so we took some of the camber out of the coilover and then put it back in with the lower control arms, if that makes sense, which I think it does. If it doesn't, don't worry about it. Basically, we've got the tilty wheels back in the front. Originally, we wanted to take the tilty wheels out and just stand them straight up, but it kind of, having that camber helps with stability when you're tipping it in. So we went and did a couple test skids in it yesterday and it sat pretty nicely. The only thing that we're sort of taking away from that, not that it's a negative, everything went great, but the only thing that we want is more wheel speed basically, because 1,000 horsepower is just spinning those things to limiter without even trying. So we want to get some lower diff gears or higher diff gears in the back, get some more wheel speed so that we can sort of get the wheel speed without just banging this thing off of limiter basically. So that's the only thing really that was a negative or a drawback, which it still wasn't because it was sick. I'm sure you'll see that it does a mean skid. Does a mean skid, does a good skid. Skid's really good. We just wanted to skid even better, get a bit extra wheel speed in there. So hopefully, well, the plan is at the moment is the next Friday's event. So on the 7th of April, we're gonna have this down there. That's the plan, and as long as nothing goes pear-shaped, we should be there. So if you want to come out and see it, head down to Willowbank or QR on the 7th of April and you should see us. Probably just going to try and get some higher diff gears in the back before then. And after yesterday's test, basically just run through the whole car again, check all the fluids, do a nut and bolt check, just to see if it's doing anything weird. But at the moment, everything looks sweet, oil looks good, staying nice and cool, not doing anything weird, not making any weird noises, so it's pretty sweet. There's not really anything wrong with it. It's just ways that we can improve it and make it better. Big V8, it's a big supercharger, it's sick, does a mad skid. You could go into detail about it all, but nobody really cares. You all just want to watch it do a burnout, so I'll stop talking and you can watch more of that, I guess. Like and subscribe, and comment, and like, and comment and subscribe. Actually, we're trying to think of names, thinking of plate combos for this, so there is another Datsun ute in the family that's called Datsick, so we're trying to come up with a plate combination for this. So far, I'm not going to tell you the main one that we want, just in case somebody runs out and takes it off of PPQ, but if you've got a plate suggestion for the car, drop it in the comments below and we will, I don't know, we might give you something if you come up with the best one. If we pick it, we'll do a giveaway or something, so do that. That's it. That'll do. Thank you, goodbye.
The new SRS workhorse. We've got all the room in the back for all the tyres and stuff that we can haul around.
One at a time.
No, not like, we can only put one here, drop it off, come back, get another tyre, drop it off. Yeah, so the actual intake on this thing, it's high, it sits up, you can't see past it, it's very tall. Which I don't see how these little men over here are going to drive it, George, these little blokes. So look how short his little legs are. Let's go stand next to him. Yeah, I'll show you. So we've got the parts interpreter over here interpreting how to get this thing off this part. Thank you, eh?